So we already know in the U.S. and in many other jurisdictions that 3/4 of the market are not ICOs or not what would be called securities. Even in the U.S., Canada, and Taiwan, the 3 jurisdictions that follow something similar to the Howey test that we've talked about, 3/4 of the market is non-securities. It's just a commodity, a cash crypto.
CZ has been getting the brunt of the FUD end. Constantly getting called out. He constantly has to respond on Twitter saying he's probably one of the most powerful men in the world at this point, considering that he doesn't need the US. Binance is not based in the US. They just have a US subsidiary, Binance US, so that way they can comply with rules. Now Binance US is under siege, and the SEC said they wanted to possibly freeze Binance US's assets. A part of these proceedings, CZ Binance was actually summoned to court. Binance's CZ summoned at Malta address and says he won't need to appear in person. And the crypto exchange said on Monday they plan to vigorously defend itself. CZ again does reply to this because there was many tweets going on Twitter about this. But no, he does not have to appear in person. And CZ said, I was told this is just a part of the SEC compliant process, nothing new. Also, I won't have to appear in person. No need to FUD. Where it really gets ironic is Gary Gensler, we know in 2018, he was saying he loved cryptocurrency. He loved Algorand, of all things. All of a sudden, Gary Gensler joins the SEC, becomes the chairman, and becomes the anti-crypto monster. What did he want to do, though? A year after this quote was said in 2018, in 2019, turns out that Gary Gensler offered to serve as an advisor to Binance. Gary Gensler, he's in the midst of a heavy crackdown on crypto companies, but he offered to serve as an advisor to the Binance's parent company in 2019, according to the lawyers for Binance and founder CZ. Documents filed by the SEC on Wednesday indicate that attorneys from Gibson, Dunn, and Latham and Watkins, 2 of Binance's law firms, allege that Gensler offered to serve as an advisor to the crypto exchange in several March 2019 conversations that Binance executives had and Zhao, CZ. Eventually, Gary and Zhao met in Japan for lunch, and later that month, the filing claimed that, again, they met later that month in March 2019. Gensler was teaching at MIT, and he was appointed head of the SEC in 2021. So 2018, he was teaching at MIT. 2019, he was still teaching at MIT. And by 2021, he was the chairman of the SEC. Before Gensler started going after Binance, he was trying to cozy up to the company. The Wall Street Journal previously reported on Gensler and Binance's relationship, signing internal Binance messages in a person close to the SEC chair. Both suggested that Binance approached Gensler. But again, the attorneys for Binance say that Zhao continued to stay in touch with Gensler after the March meeting. And at the future SEC chair's request, CZ sat down for an interview with Gensler as part of the cryptocurrency course he was teaching at MIT. Later in 2019, Gensler was slated to testify before the House Financial Services Committee, and he sent CZ a copy of his intended testimony before the hearing. In July later that year, Gensler testified before the House over Facebook's proposed and later canceled cryptocurrency Libra and its planned Calibra wallet. He said, I do not advise any financial tech, blockchain, or companies, nor do I own any crypto. Gensler's prepared testimony read, even though he wanted to advise for Binance. Because of Gensler's ties to CZ, Binance's lawyer said they asked for his recusal of any actions regarding the company. They say that they got no acknowledgement from SEC staff. Did Gary think this was going to come out? This is ironic, and this just goes to show how we just really don't see the full story until maybe it gets to a point where it's just too late. I'm a big proponent of Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and freedom. And this just proves that we need more transparency in every single part of our TradFi ecosystem. Even more because we didn't know that Gensler was meeting with SBF until it was too late. We didn't know Gensler was trying to talk to Binance until now.